Good morning. This is a tough one. Just listening to all the memories, all the stories surrounding the 70-year-old nurse, Sandra Shells. Sandy, as friends and colleagues talk to her or remember her by, you can see the flowers and the balloons and the candles all lit in her memory. She served USC for more than 38 years, loving what she did as a profession. She, that day she was assaulted, was going to work actually earlier than her shift. Her shift started at 7. She was going to arrive at work at about 5:45, and then she would just go into the locker room for nurses and read her Bible before her shift started. That is what friends and colleagues are saying about her, just her dedication to the profession and her love of helping others. That is what motivated her every day. Let me bring in this registered nurse who could tell me about how she mentored you over the past couple of years. You got to work with her and what she taught you.
She taught me benevolence and unbiased care. What she stood for was the homeless, was the underserved. She liked this community. She was very dedicated. For 38 years, she came to work on the bus, showed up early. She greeted us every morning while she read her Bible. And you knew it was going to be a good day if you worked with her. She carried extra clothes on her back in her backpack for the homeless. What she taught me was, you're a nurse. Not the skills that you learn in school, but what it means to be a nurse. No matter what you're going through, and no matter if you cuss me out, I'm still your nurse. How can I help you? She taught me, go back in there. That's a person. That's not whatever label you want to put. You're serving a person who needs your help. That's why we're here. She represented that type of nurse. And for 38 years, she dedicated her life to this. Sandy will be missed. Her spirit is missed. It's hard to work in the area without her in the ER. She never stopped working. At her age, at 70, she didn't take too many breaks. She helped everybody, and she said, what can I do next? I was her charge nurse sometimes. It just sucks that this happened, but Sandy represented unbiased care for anyone, no matter where you were in life. And no matter what situation or how you treated us, we will treat you like a true nurse. Something the books aspire you to be, but it's very hard for anyone to do.
And her spirit will live on, and her example will just be remembered forever. Thank you so much for sharing that story. And it just shows what a person she was and the impact she made on the profession and just in this whole world. And everyone here this morning saying that the best way to honor Sandy Shells is to be the best you can be. Live every day following your passion. And this one is just a really tough one. Send it back to you.
She sounds like such an incredible lady, and it's so sad.
You know, and Sandra, you know, we cover these stories all the time, but you can see even Sandra is moved to emotion because you're surrounded by so many people, and she made such a big impact on so many people's lives, Sandra. It's understandable.
Yes, listening to them sharing their stories of just the impact, when you think about it, of one person and the ripple effect, right? Like one drop of water changing the world, changing the sea, and she really did that for this profession. But just the kindness of her heart and her commitment to her profession, her excellence, and to herself of having this passion to help others, and then the senseless way she passed in this world is just so tragic. And I should mention the suspect is in custody regarding this. But today, again, a day to celebrate Sandy Shells and her memory, not to focus on the tragic events that happened.
All right, Sandra, thanks so much.
Tough to make sense of it all.
It really is, but it's good to know how wonderful a life she lived, even though it ended so tragically.
And she's an example for so many.